The spike in XRP's popularity on social media was no coincidence, as other assets like Doge and companies targeted by Wall Street bets did pretty well, posting four-figure increases in a matter of days due to coordinated buying from large communities. But was this XRP turn to be chosen by the masses, and could this lead to new regulations on social media? Now, we can't discredit Ripple Labs' work. They have been working pretty hard to strengthen their fundamentals. In mid-Jan, they signed off some large deals, and the public response to the SEC seems promising. Well, I'm Jessica Walker, and this is BeInCrypto, and in this video, we'll look at the recent XRP moves and see if it could be correlated to the influencer moves we're seeing across socials. So keep watching. We have some interesting statements from influencers, and we'll also be covering the regulation in the matters in the near future, plus ending with the most recent XRP technical analysis. So the last few months have been very challenging for XRP holders, to say the least, seeing XRP only go down in price while other cryptocurrencies experience high prices not seen in years. Ripple said it wanted to play the price increase game too, and the company had officially responded to the SEC accusations filed in late 2020, alleging XRP to not being a security. So what did we see? Well, in the filing, they actually claimed that the charges are based on an unprecedented and ill-convincing legal theory, which will neither be statutory mandate nor congressional authorization. I know, I'm a little bit as lost as you are, but in other words, the SEC charges go against the government's own prior assessment. So in 2015, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network actually recognized XRP as a digital currency and cleared the way for sales. Well, the SEC actually knew of this ruling and the brutal claims, but did nothing about it for years. And as every bit of juicy gossip goes, the market said the show must continue, and the XRP price actually exploded by 50% on January the 30th. So adding up to that, the social media endorsements followed. Between January the 30th and February the 1st, XRP notions became very notorious on social media. So it showed that social media interest was not previously seen since September 2018. Now, just to put into context here, the number of XRP addresses actually increased from 10,000 to over 20,000 in this period between January the 30th and February the 1st, and the chart that you can see here really speaks for itself. So do you think that Ripple will score a win over the SEC? Let us know in the comments below. So these social metrics mean that people were talking a lot about XRP and they were filling their bags with it. But what was all the fuss about? This moves us on to our next topic. How much did social media influence this increase? So the Wall Street bets community was inspiring others and themselves to take more action. Several billion-dollar companies pumped, and some well-known severed hedge funds were not enough. Many Redditors, even TikTokers, and average retail investors turned their attention to coins like Doge, which surged over 800%, turning their protests against trading halting measures from brokers into some pretty handsome profits. Now, even Elon Musk took a chance and endorsed Bitcoin by simply adding the hashtag Bitcoin to his Twitter bio. And what was this effect of this one simple word on a Twitter description? Well, coming from the richest man in the world, my answer is many millions. And even Gene Simmons resurfaced, which we actually believe that many of the TikTokers of this generation didn't know who he was before this tweet, endorsed, but not only really endorsed Doge and XRP in the tweet. Also, there was something else cooking in other places on the internet, something that actually many people had not seen coming. A Telegram group dedicated to massively buying and holding XRP, specifically on February the 1st, was signing up users by the thousands each hour. The first records of this group were traced down to January the 29th, and by the time of this recording, there are 2 official groups amassing over 30,000 people in it. Which brings us to our next question. Are regulations to social media incoming? In an article from CNBC surfaced, it titled that Elon Musk's tweets are actually moving the markets, and some investors are worried. This not only speaks about Elon's specific tweets, but also every other influencer mentioning publicly traded assets with a single tweet. It can ramp up or devalue asset prices. Now, this practice is increasingly concerning because there are influencers that may or may not be aware up to this point of the weight of their own voices. So whether they are aware or not, they're essentially enriching themselves on behalf of their social media influence. Now, the article actually always cites that several analysts and experts are calling out to the SEC to look on this matter and enforce some kind of regulation. What that'll be, we're not entirely sure. We have a tweet here from Dan Lane, who spoke exclusively to CNBC, and he was saying that the reality is that this new brand of charismatic leaders that have a public platform that aren't confined to a boardroom, it's now up to regulators how they deal with that, but eventually the onus will be on them to update the rule book. And that was a statement exclusively to CNBC in reference to what we're seeing with this influencer surge. So what is next for XRP? Well, going back to the specific case of Ripple, the company has been strengthening their influence as well, but this time actually outside the United States. It seemingly went unnoticed that since January the 27th, Ripple signed an alliance with a large Middle East exchange to become the first entity to provide blockchain-based remittance solutions for India and the UAE. Now, this should lead for additional growth in consumer demand for Ripple in these two very large and very influential regions. The regions boast high remittance volumes anyway, so targeting these two and being the first exclusivity actually is an extremely strong sign. But seeing how the Telegram group's pump and hold strategy went, one may think that it actually backfired, surging the price to 0.75 and then crashing down to over 50% back to 0.39 cents in just 2 hours. So we're going to have to see how this could impact the XRP market credibility here and how this could impact price fluctuations in the near future. So it seems that we're officially in a new era. Elon Musk spoke on Clubhouse yesterday saying that kids' education, and his kids specifically, come from YouTube and Reddit. So influencers, large communities, and even larger social media platforms have a huge influence. Now we're going to have to see how this will impact the crypto markets and stock markets in the coming year. Now it's time for our technical XRP analysis. So with recent events, the XRP is all over the place and the trend is hard to read at this time. But following previous analysis taking into account normal market conditions, XRP is now trading above the 30 US dollar cents area, which previously acted as a resistance. This 0.03 area has now turned into support, so if XRP actually manages to stay above it, the short-term trend could be bullish. So while if the price moves down again to this area, the trend could either resume to neutral or keep consolidating at the 0.25 US cents area. So Ripple may have posted a great price increase over the past few days, but at what cost? Could the social media endorsements and organized pumps turn to a bad image for the company and its battle with the SEC? Guys, as always, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, where you see the future of social media and also the markets in general. Well, that's all for this video. I'm Jessica Walker with BeInCrypto News. If you are a fan of this kind of content and you want to make sure you don't miss any of our bi-weekly updates, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications, and we'll see you all again next time.